Retros. So we're going to be ranking them. I've had a couple of days now to kind of look over each team. There's been new photos and stuff revealed for each team, closer pictures and angles. So let's get into ranking these. I gave a couple thoughts on each one when they were first revealed in that video a couple days ago if you want to check that out to get up close looks if you haven't seen them yet. But let's get into the rankings. Starting with the Ducks, I'd go right to A tier for Anaheim. Classic OG jersey, just using the modern colors. That's probably one of my favorite hockey logos is that Mighty Duck logo. So you can't go wrong with that one. I know some fans probably wanted the original colors, but I think this is very nice. Next up, Arizona, another team in the A tier. Really was impressed with Arizona. I heard the rumors for this jersey and I was kind of skeptical, but I really like this burnt orange uh, for the main color of the jersey and then accented on the mountains and the cactus on the bottom landscape. Really cool jersey. Obviously, they did a purple version in the first go around reverse retros, but I like this one a lot as well. Next is Boston. I'd go B for Boston. This good. They reversed and they retroed, so they followed the pattern. And yeah, it's just I'm not a huge fan of that logo. It's okay. I don't hate it, but the Pooh Bear logo, it's all right, and the striping's pretty nice. So B for Boston. Buffalo, I'd also go B. There's just something off about this jersey. I noticed that the striping doesn't exactly match the original jersey it's based off of. So for that reason, it just looks a little weird. Obviously, there's no shoulder kind of striping, and the saber logo itself, the buffalo, the shading. There's not a whole lot of shading, so it's a little empty looking for this jersey, but it's not bad. Calgary Flames, I'd go B as well. The pedestal striping is okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but the colors are great, and a white C on the black background looks really nice. So B for the Flames. Hurricanes, I'd go F tier. I don't see where the retro is at all. It's just their road jersey inverse. People are saying it's based on the original Hurricanes because of the warning flags or something like that. Yeah, I really don't see that. It just looks like they inversed the road jersey, and I don't like the road jersey already. So yeah, it's not a great one. I think Carolina could have done something different, or I don't know, but this isn't it here. So F tier. Next is Chicago. I go C for Chicago. Average. Nothing too special about it. The striping's not bad. Colors are fine, but I think where they missed was the word mark. I'd much rather see a Blackhawks logo of some sort, a 40s era Blackhawks logo or any era really, but the word mark, not a huge fan. Next, Colorado. I go C as well for Colorado. The striping's nice. It's kind of like, it's basically their striping they have now. The colors, I think if that blue was a little lighter, like the original Rockies, maybe it'd be a little better, but I think it's just the logo is what really brings this down. It's just really doesn't do much for me. Nothing crazy with Colorado. Next, Columbus. Blue Jackets, I'd go D tier. It's that blue. It's the blue is just so jarring and it just stands out way too much. It wasn't on the original jersey, so I'm not sure where they get the blue from, but I don't know. At least Columbus did kind of follow the rules, so I'm not going to put them F. But this is not a great looking jersey. Detroit F tier as well with the Canes. Yeah, this one looks very Blackhawks with adding black in with the red. I think Detroit should just stick with red and white and not add any more colors, but black definitely is not the color to add because they look like Chicago, especially with the word mark. So, yeah, this is a miss for Detroit once again this time around. Next up, Edmonton. Probably going to be unpopular for this one, but I think it's just average. Striping is okay. The colors are nice. I'm not a big fan of that logo. I think it's just all right. I know, obviously this has come back for a reason. Fans really like it, but I'm just not a huge fan of it. I would have rather seen them bring back the copper and red era kind of jerseys and do that color scheme, but it's okay. Next up, Florida Panthers. This is going to be an unpopular one as well, but I really am not a fan. I want to put it in F almost, but they did follow the rules a bit of retroing and reversing, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure where this very light, bright blue comes from. It's not the same blue as that alternate from 2010 or 2009, and I'm not a fan of having that secondary as the front logo. So for that reason, I'd have it down here at D. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a bad mock-up jersey. I was very surprised that this jersey ended up being an actual product. So D for Florida. LA, I'd go S. Really like this original crown logo. That's such a detailed and intricate looking logo. And I love the purple and the yellow together. And on the white, I like road jerseys a lot as well. So this is just a great combination here for the Kings. Next up, Minnesota. I'd go A tier. Love the colors. This one is a lot closer to the North Stars original jerseys than I believe the road one was. The striping is a bit closer. I think I like the white one better, but this green is very nice as well. And for people who missed out on the first go around, this is pretty similar. So A for Minnesota. Montreal, I'd go B. I'm not, too sure on the kind of retro, what they kind of said inspired it. They didn't really mention the Expos too much on NHL.com, but that's what we've heard is the inspiration. The striping is basically their striping now, so it's not really a throwback to the 70s or 60s or whatever they said, but it's nice actually. I like the light blue on this darker blue, and the red logo pops. It's just a little weird to see Montreal with this light blue color. Next is Nashville Predators. Um, Oops. No, I won't. I wasn't gonna put them F. I'd put them C for Nashville. The uh, the logo itself, I'm not a huge fan of. It's okay. The meth tiger, the mustard cat, whatever you want to call it, that logo, it's okay. I'm not. I know it's a meme how ugly it is, but it actually is really ugly. So I'm not a big fan of it. But um, it would have been nice to see this in navy. You put this in navy, it's probably going to get bumped up, but just doing the yellow instead of the kind of mustard color is a little lazy to me. I think the navy would have been more reversing, but I don't know. It's just an average looking jersey. Next up is the Devils, New Jersey. I'd go average as well. It is basically their 80s striping with the Colorado um, or the Kansas City Scout colors, Colorado Rockies colors. They're the same colors, but um, yeah, it's not bad. It's just a little weird to see New Jersey with blue and yellow added in, but it's okay. Nothing crazy. It's something different for the Devils, so not bad. Islanders next. D tier for the Islanders. They really messed up here. They brought it back. They brought back the fishermen. They just couldn't do it right. I mean, they bring it back. They modernize it, modernize the striping for some reason. I'm not sure why you're modernizing a retro. And then they barely have any teal on the jersey. No lighthouses on the shoulders. It's like it looks more like a kind of practice jersey than an actual retro. Yeah, it's just like a tease basically to what people actually want. The logo they recolored. I think that looks nice, but other than that, it's a bad jersey. New York Rangers. I'd go C tier for the Rangers. I like the logo, the Lady Liberty, and the striping's fine. I don't know. It's just kind of weird seeing the Rangers Liberty jersey in their current colors. I don't know if I'm a big fan of it. I think that it just throws me off a bit. So that for that reason, I have it in C. Next up, Ottawa Senators, another team that missed the mark. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but this is kind of the early 2000s, a road jersey. It was mainly red. The middle striping, I don't know why you kind of blacked out that area. That's like the whole point of that jersey. That's like the main draw to it, is that big stripe through the middle. That's kind of blacked out with the red. And yeah, this just ends up looking like their home jersey. So for that reason, D tier for Ottawa. Philadelphia, D tier as well. I mean, this one's just super boring. It's basically their jerseys now with the colors inversed, and the orange I think is a bit darker, but it's a lot of black and it's very boring. So D tier for Philly. Pittsburgh Penguins, I'd go A. They brought back the Robo Pen and reversed this jersey into black instead of white. That 90s jersey, it looks really nice. The striping's great, and that logo is great as well. So, good job for the Penguins. Sharks, I've seen mixed feelings on this one. I'd go B for it. I think it's very creative. I like the throwback to the California Golden Seals. I think it's definitely one of the most unique jerseys out of the entire group. And I like how the Sharks word mark or the Seals word mark spelling shark. So it is cool. I'm not sure if I'll end up getting one just because I'm not. It is a little weird looking. These colors don't match with a whole lot, and it's definitely a one-off type of jersey. So B for creativity though for the Sharks. Seattle Kraken. I'd go B as well. I think this one's good. Throwing back to the 40s Seattle Ironmen. The striping itself is a little weird all over the place, and it is a two-tone jersey, so not a whole lot going on, but it is pretty nice seeing a lot more of that kind of foam, mint foam kind of color throughout the jersey. So pretty good for Seattle. Dallas Stars. I really like this Dallas one a lot. I'd go A tier, throwing back to the original Stars jerseys when they came in the league and kind of flipping around the colors a bit. This jersey looks great, so Dallas definitely great job on this one. St. Louis Blues. This is going to be very unpopular, but I'd probably put this in B tier. I actually really like this jersey. Um, the yellow, first time Blues have had a yellow jersey. I like this kind of later royalish blue, and the logo is the only thing. It's a little big. It kind of spreads throughout the whole jersey, but I've seen a lot of people really hating this. I think it's a very underrated jersey. I think it looks really nice, and it's pretty cool. They used like this prototype design for St. Louis, so I think it's B tier. Tampa Bay Lightning, S tier. They brought back the Storm jersey, and they made it a road jersey, which is cool. When I was hearing it was going to be mostly gray, I was kind of let down because mostly gray jerseys, I don't know, they don't end up looking that great. But I'm glad they ended up making it white on the front here, and then switching the waves out. So looks great. Definitely grabbing one. This is a very sought after jersey for many collectors, and now they finally have a chance to get one. Next up, Toronto. I'd go C for the Maple Leafs. It's pretty similar to what they wear now. Obviously, it's a '60s era throwback, so um, it does match. It does match that, and I like the leaf. I like the striping. Everything on it's great. It's just pretty close to what they wear, and yeah, could just kind of average compared to the rest of the bunch here. Next up, Vancouver Canucks. I'd go A. I really like the Canucks. I like the Johnny Canuck logo a lot. Throwing back to the kind of WHA Vancouver Canucks, I thought it was very creative, reaching back and doing something that's not the flying skate. or the skate logo, and yeah, I like the numbers on the front. Colors are great. Great job for Vancouver. Vegas, I'd go B for Vegas. Uh, Black Vegas jersey, really cool. We've been wanting that for a while, and love the gold, shiny gold striping on it. Always gonna be a fan of that, and then the red striping as well accents it nicely. I'm not a big fan of word marks, but this one is pretty cool. But it would be nicer if there was the logo on the front instead of a word mark. And for that reason, we're having it at B. It does glow in the dark as well, which does bump it up too. It is pretty cool. And then our last two, Washington S tier, going back to the Screaming Eagle again, this time using some of the OG colors and having it on black looks amazing with the blue stripe going through, and then the copper even has a little bit of shimmer to it. It's like a glittery copper, so really cool for Washington. Every time they bring this jersey out, I'm sure fans are gonna love seeing the players wear it, and I'm sure they're gonna sell out every time they have them. So great job for Washington Capitals. And then last but not least, S tier for the Jets, finally bringing back the 90s logo after using so many jerseys with the 80s Jets logo. I think the 90s one's better. I think this might be my favorite Jets jersey they've ever had in their history. I love the modern colors with the 90s design. This one's S tier, this one's a hit. So here's a final look at my rankings. I think we'll have to do a comparison video, but I think the first go around might have been a lot stronger. But some really cool ones, a lot of creativity here. Teams got a little bit more, wild with some designs and things like that. But yeah, not a bad bunch here. So let me know your rankings where you'd put certain jerseys, and thank you for watching.